Holy smokes, everybody! Ho-ho! Analogue 3D has done it again. They now have another update. That's right. Holy moly, let's have another update. So they have version 1.5.0. Yeah! And all you got to do is just come right here and click the download button. Oh yeah, and it's going to throw it up into your file up there on the right side. Click on it, put it in a folder, and then drag and drop it onto your SD card that goes into your Analogue. Let's check out and see what the release notes are. Apparently, for some crazy reason, they did something really cool. They now added upscaling like crazy. So, if you notice right here, the first thing new, internal graphical upscaling. Wow! And then we have enhanced details, clarity while remaining faithful to the original. Yeah, extensive enhancements to the RDP and the VI whatever for internal upscaling. Oh yeah. Resolution is doubled horizontally for twice as many pixels on screen without affecting 2D graphics. Wow! No impact to timing, authenticity, or anything. Wow! That's right, folks. Yep, you heard it from the kid. Wow, that's what the kid says. Woof! Yeah. So, that's right, everybody. The kid, she said it. Also, quick loading memory is now instant. What? Whoa! Startup action, recent memory. Wow! Core, RSP scaler. Holy moly, look at all this stuff they did. Operating system, enabled quick load hotkey. Wow, everything that they have on here is pretty amazing. Improved in-game menu is now dynamic. What? Improved in-game menu. In-game menu? Operating system visual polish. Advanced hardware. Overclock settings now are working good. Library configuration now not updating. They fixed all this stuff. Yeah, and the 8-bit Doom mod kit. Yeah, all kinds of stuff with the controller. Wow, this thing is updating fast. As soon as I put the stick in there, it's already updating. It's already here. It looks like this whole thing is obviously less than a minute to update this thing. It's awesome. I can't wait to see what we get with the new visuals on their 1.5.0 update. Okay, so one of the new things that they did add in there is they added a special thanks section. As you can see, they have Lucas, Murray, Roman Tan from 8-bit Do, and Ted, and they also did a special in memory of Lindy Akin. So I guess hats off to you guys for putting something in there like that, because that means somebody they really love died, and it's a shameful thing that we don't live forever. But just so you guys know, they have a special thanks in here in the About section, which is really cool. And they have hotkeys, which you can enable, but I don't enable any hotkeys. And then it's got the user guide that tells you how to do stuff, which you can scan that. And they also have the legal guide, which you can scan that. And then obviously that right there that you can scroll up and down, you know, so it's like that, you know, not bad. Okay, so whenever you first go to update, you're going to come in here to take a look at your stuff, and it'll say new next to this. Unfortunately, I touched it and it went away. So some of the stuff that's new, it'll say new, like horizontal upscaling said it was new. So that's some experimental stuff they're doing. And display mode, we're going to go in here and see what types do we have. It looks like it pretty much has the same as before. So let's go to, let's see if there's tube, modern, very soft. So I want it to look good. Now I'm not too sure if Fill or Integra Plus is best. Cinema Zoom, Stretch, and I don't know what happened to standard. I don't know. I'm pretty sure there was a standard, wasn't there? And so let's go back to here. Disable texture filtering. I'm not seeing anything new there. So let's go back and take a look here. So when you have all of this stuff here, you want to see what you have and go into advanced. So I turned upscaling, horizontal upscaling on, and there's the original display mode, and then you can obviously customize your cartridge. Let's take a look and see what else we have. Okay, so at the very top of the screen, you'll have library, and it says L and R to switch back and forth, and there's the gallery from before, and then here we have the display. This display does not support 4K, so obviously I plugged in a connection that is a 1080p connection, so I'm going to have to swap back. Okay, so this is good that we found this. I just threw the switch one on the back of the console to see, you know, what everything would look like. So give me a second here before we do all this, and then we'll find out exactly what we're going to need to do. So just remember that if you hook up a 1080p cable, which is what the Switch has, and that's a Switch OLED, by the way, that's 1080p, that's not a 4K. So we're going to switch it and check it out. Give me a second. Okay, so now with the HDMI 4K hookup straight to the 4K outlet, I'm glad I'm not using my OLED TV because, you know, this might look different, but usually my OLED is what I will run this on. I'm testing this upstairs. So down at the bottom here, you'll see screenshots. It says 6, tells you time, date, how many minutes you've played. There's the gallery, and then at the very top it says, hey, I'm in 4K. Imagine that. So make sure you have your 4K stuff in there. Now this average max luminance, I'm not too sure what that is. It's it looks like each mode, CRT has how many nits you can illuminate, and then so you can apply these, and I don't know what ALLM is, but this is HDR, so all that stuff is good. And apply those. And let's go back to here. This says the system, that everything was updated. Yes, it's a delayed update. I was going to do it on Thursday. I did record the beginning part on Thursday or Friday, but not anything else. So as far as it goes, it looks like, you know, we've got a little bit of changes to the actual main hub screen here. You can scroll up or scroll down, you know, and you can actually do your library a little bit different. So your games are actually listed in LR and then stuff like that. So every game that you have will be listed there with, you know, with stuff like that. So we have Zelda here, and of course this is the one I've got. And you can scroll down and you can actually view your gallery. Let's go into the game and take a look and see how different does it look. So right now on the screen it looks pretty good. And so I see that the sides, the left and the right, are cut off. I don't know if that's normal. A little bit of cut off there. It looks really good, you know. So I did horizontal upscaling, so I'm not too sure if that's what it was that cut the sides off or not. So we're gonna have to find out. So we're gonna kind of go into the game here and just kind of see the graphic improvement here. So here we are with the soft and all the settings. It looks a little bit less less pixelated maybe. Trying to get this game perfect, you still see the background that kind of jumps around a little bit, because that's how the background is in this game. And whenever you rotate the camera around, let's take a look at Link. As you can see, it looks pretty clean to me. Now, on the TV, it looks a little bit different than what you see. But see, I put it on horizontal upscaling, and it has cut off the hearts and has cut off the stuff. So to bring that up, all you got to do, if you're using the 8-bit controller, is hit the little heart button, and you can actually go back to here and turn that off. I don't know, what would progressive output do? You know? I wonder if that's part of the stretch or not. Does anybody see any differences here? The horizontal upscaling on or off? And so let's go back. Yeah, so we still have it kind of cut there. This must be something else I have on. So let's take a look here. It must be on Cinema Zoom. I must have bumped that. That must have been the problem. Okay, so there is, it seems a little pixelated right there on his hands and all that stuff. On my TV screen, it looks a lot different. So let's go back to the actual advanced and put horizontal on. And it pretty much looks the same. These may be microns of adjustments, but you know, I think there's more added here than what we know, as I will do research and find out. Let's go out here and see how he looks when he's zoomed out. Now, of course, I did increase the brightness in nits. I don't know. I figure more nits is better, you know? Always hated that area. Always run into that. And let's see how he looks. He didn't look too bad there. I remember when the system first came out, it was a little glitchy there, so this looks pretty good. It's not too bad. Depends on how big your TV is. If your TV is too big, it may just be too big. But yeah, it doesn't look too bad. It's not too bad. So I am interested in, you know, I see a little box in the upper left corner. Does anybody see that? The upper left corner right there. What is that box all about? Does anybody understand what that is? So let's kind of bring this up and turn that off, and it still has it. So what is that box for? You guys see that box in the upper left corner? It's kind of like a little, like, weird looking box. I don't know if that means something, if that was part of the update. Now, keep in mind, you see that the recording here shows how bright the actual grass is, and so that's me turning up the nits. So what you're seeing is brightness turned up. So let's go to, is it in the display? Where is it? No, I don't think that's it. It may only be in that other mode where you can set it. So if I put these both on with upscaling and the other mode, there's still that box in the upper corner. So that may have something to do with the nits. So let's take a look and find out. Okay. Let's see, here I am out in the field and the box is back. Oh my god. Okay, maybe I'm wrong.